Don't forget to subscribe this video, activate the clock, like this video, share it and write a comment. Let's go. What is your best, don't knock it till you've tried it, thing? Telling a waitress, waiter, etc., surprise me. There is a place called Hurricane Wings I used to frequent with a friend, and we had a deal. We'd order the 20-wing platter, 5 wings were his pick of flavor, 5 were mine, 5 we both agreed on, and we always told the waitress to surprise us for the remaining 5. I discovered flavors I wouldn't normally have tried, and got combos I never thought of. Raspberry teriyaki I think was amazingly good, works for pizza toppings as well. Edit. To those asking, the Hurricane Wings I went to when I did this was in Sunrise, Florida. They have since moved. My doorbell. Seriously, if I'm out back I can't hear you knocking. Whenever I see threads like this, I always assume it's someone trying to get their to do tabletop role-playing games. With no experience, me and some friends sat down to play Call of Cthulhu. A tabletop mystery, investigation, horror set within and around the Lovecraftian mythos of unknowable horrors and ancient gods. I spent a couple of weeks learning the rules, writing a campaign with suitable cult references, and then we huddled around my living room table lit by candles as spooky music played on my stereo, and we talked each other through the most diverse computer game any of us have ever played. We've yet to get around to playing again, not for lack of requests. Busy careers have kept us apart, though I lately took some time to write the second adventure of Angleton Investigations. Edit. A few people have mentioned Arkham Horror, which is closer to a board game than COC, which is a DM-led roleplay investigation through a campaign written by the DM, who we call the Keeper of Secrets. Wiki here. If you love Cthulhu and board games, as well as Arkham Horror, you may want to check out Mansions of Madness. Online dating. I know it gets a lot of shit from people, and there are complete sleazeballs out there, but if you find yourself a decent site, OkCupid, I'm looking at you. I've found that it's a great way to meet the kind of people who I wouldn't ordinarily find at a bar or a club. If you're a dude, your mileage may vary. Edit. Thanks for the gold, stranger. Popcorn and M&Ms. Sweet and salty. Bubble tea. I'm not sure if there's an American term for this. In Australia it wasn't really a thing, for a while, and I knew a bunch of people who were grossed out by the thought of having chewy stuff in their drinks. Bubble tea is odd because you have it once and it's mediocre, but then a week later you crave it for no reason, and after that it's just the most glorious thing ever. Also, black pudding, blood sausage. It's difficult to find here and nobody wants to eat it once they know what it's made of, but oh man, fried black pudding with a full breakfast. Yes. Poutine. For some reason the idea of cheese and gravy on their fries really freaks people out. Edit. You haven't tried a poutine if the cheese didn't squeak and the fries weren't fresh. Brushing your teeth in the shower. Edit. It appears I have inadvertently reported myself to the water wastage police. Who knew this simple pleasure was so morally wrong? I live in England, and trying to explain to people that bacon and maple syrup is amazing has about a 50-50 success rate. Anyone who tries it is like, I never would have thought it, but goddamn that's good. Also, here we have pork and apple sausages and that shit is just calling out for maple syrup. They really don't know what they're missing. Also, Americans, you need to start making pork and apple sausages. I couldn't find them anywhere last time I was there. Bone marrow. My new favorite thing. Hard to do at home unless you have a source for marrow bones. They have to be cut on a bandsaw, but if you find a restaurant that serves it, order it. Scoop out the delicious marrow, and spread it like butter on bread. It's like beefy butter. Amazing. Bonus, it absolutely disgusts most people. You won't have to share. Whiskey. I tasted this whiskey once, and it was terrible. Yeah, you tasted the cheapest whiskey in the world from your 18-year-old friend that stole it from his uncle 4 years ago. All whiskey does not taste the same. All whiskey does not taste strong. Not saying cheap whiskey equals shit whiskey, but not one type of whiskey tastes the same. Sushi. I was always grossed out by the thought of eating raw fish, but once I found my niche, it's all over for my wallet. No one mentioned fried bologna. Fry up some slices in a pan or on a grill just until the edges get a little crispy brown. Throw it on a sandwich with cheese in between slices of bologna. Add some spicy mustard, throw it back on whatever you fried it on until the cheese melts. Definitely awesome and cheap. Jumping in a near-frozen lake right after being in a sauna, it sounds uncomfortable and scary, but the feeling afterwards is almost euphoric, because everyone thinks you should be freezing cold once you get out of the water, but you, in fact, feel very warm, because your blood is rushing at a very fast pace. It's a must if you're up north during the winter. Showering in the dark. I find that if I eliminate one sense, the others are heightened. The feeling of warm water trickling over my body is nothing short of amazing. Pro tip. Know where your soaps are before turning out the lights. And don't let your pesky so pull the ol' switcheroo because he thinks it's funny. Grape jelly on a breakfast sandwich. At first I was all like, hey man, that's immoral. You can't be putting no jelly on a sandwich with eggs and sausage. But then I had it and I was all like, hey man, that's really delicious. Is this post not interesting enough? It's not interesting enough. I wish I could add some sparkle. Sparkle. Hunting. Lots of people are so quick to write off hunting as some sort of stupid redneck, hillbilly pastime, but it's not. It's amazing to just be out in the woods early in the morning when the sun is just rising. And if you shoot something, it really makes you appreciate the food you eat. Field dressing a deer will make you appreciate that meat isn't just something that magically appears in a grocery store. Sure, everyone knows that intellectually, but it's a different thing to get your hands dirty. Monte Cristo sandwich with raspberry_jelly. That deep-fried melty cheesy goodness with the delicious sweet jelly and French toast. Oh damn, I am gonna have to go get me one of those for lunch. Different kinds of cell phones. Too many people are ridiculous when it comes to this. I have a iPhone, Android, Windows Phone, whatever, and it's the best thing ever. I could never use another kind of phone. They all suck. Have you ever tried using anything else? No, but I heard that they're bad. I know a lot of people who have iPhones and constantly complain that their phone can't do stuff that my Android phone can. I ask them why they don't switch, and they say, because then I wouldn't have an iPhone. It's not limited to iPhone users by any means though. There are plenty of Android users who, aside from the occasional widget, don't use their phones any differently than they would an iPhone, yet complain constantly that they don't have group messaging or iMessage or get apps first. Still though, they refuse to even consider switching because it's Apple and Apple sucks. I could make a case for Windows Phone, but I think my point is clear. I know that my Android phone doesn't have some things that iPhones do. I don't usually get apps first, or even at the same time as iPhones do. But it's not something that bothers me, and I don't complain about it constantly. If you don't have a problem with the fact that your phone can't do X, Y, or Z, then more power to you. You've found a wonderful phone for yourself. But if you wish so bad that you could just do that thing but you're unwilling to even try out a phone that can, it's your own damn fault. So shut up. Pizza and ranch dressing. A fresh hot pizza with a colder ranch dressing is the best, but it's okay with cold pizza also. I also like fries dipped in a mustard, ketchup mixture. Even better if I can add hot sauce to it. If you like spicy food, spicy duck blood soup in Taiwan. If you get it from a legit place, everything is fresh. Easily my favorite food in Taiwan. Or if you don't want the duck blood, just try anything. Thanks for watching. Bye.